Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday morning story time here at the Lewis County Public Library. I'm Miss Jaimee, and it's time that we get started with our song. So let's get our hands shaken out. Let's get all loosey-goosey. And we're going to sing The More We Get Together. Are you ready? The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your books are my books and my books are your books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Good job, good job. Well, this morning, our first book of the day is The Sandwich Swap by Her Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah with Kelly DiPuccillo, illustrated by Trisha Tusa. It all began with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it ended with a hummus sandwich. Selma and Lily were best friends at school. See, look at them there. They drew pictures together. They played on swings together. They jumped rope together. And they ate their lunches together. There they are, eating their lunches in a busy lunchroom. But just what they ate was a little different. Lily ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day for lunch. Selma ate a hummus and pita sandwich every day for lunch. And although Lily never said it out loud, she thought Selma's sandwich looked weird and yucky. She felt terrible that her friend had to eat that icky chickpea paste every day. Ew, yuck. And although Selma never said it out loud, she thought Lily's sandwich looked strange and gross, and she felt just awful that her friend had to eat that gooey peanut paste every day. Ew, gross. Then one day, Lily just couldn't hold back those pesky thoughts any longer. "Your sandwich looks kind of yucky," she blurted out. "What did you say?" Selma asked, thinking she must have misunderstood her friend. "I said, your sandwich looks yucky." Selma frowned. She looked down at the thin, soft bread, and she thought of her beautiful, smiling mother as she carefully cut Selma's sandwich into two neat halves that morning. Her feelings turned mad. "Yeah, well, your sandwich looks gross, and it smells bad, too," Selma snapped back. Lily looked surprised. She sniffed the thick, squishy bread, and she thought of her dad in a silly apron whispering as he cut Lily's sandwich into two perfect triangles that morning. Lily scowled. "It does not smell bad." "Does too. Ew, yuck. Ew, gross." That afternoon, the friends did not draw pictures together. They did not swing together. They did not jump rope together either. The next day, Selma ate her lunch on one table and Lily ate her lunch at another. Meanwhile, the peanut butter versus hummus story had spread, and everyone began choosing sides. Each side had something not so nice to say about each other. Peanut butter breath, jelly heads, garlic breath, chickpea brains. Pretty soon, the rude insults had nothing to do with peanut butter or hummus at all. You're weird. You're stupid. You look funny. You dress dumb. That's not very nice to say at all, is it? No, we don't talk like that in story time. Then it happened. Somebody yelled, "Food fight!" Peanut butter and hummus sandwiches and other lunch favorites began flying back and forth between both sides of the lunchroom. They stuck to the walls, they stuck to the ceiling, they stuck to the lunch lady. When the sandwiches were all gone, pudding cups and applesauce and carrot sticks took flight. Selma and Lily looked at each other from across the rowdy, splattered room. They both felt ashamed by what they saw. There's Lily. There's Selma. There's all the chaos in between. Oh, that poor lunch lady, she has a tomato in her hair. They both felt really ashamed when the principal called them into her office after they helped clean up the mess. The following day, Selma set her lunch down across from Lily's. The two girls nibbled on their sandwiches in silence. Finally, Lily got up the courage to speak. "Would you like to try a bite of my peanut butter and jelly?" Selma grinned. "Sure, why not? Would you like to try my hummus and pita?" Lily laughed. "I'd like that. On the count of 3? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yummy! This is delicious! And this is heavenly!" The girls giggled and hugged and traded sandwiches. After lunch, Selma and Lily met with the principal again. This time, they were there to suggest a very special event for the whole school. And that's how it all began, with a peanut butter sandwich and ended with a hummus and pita sandwich. Sandwich swap day. The end. Now, I picked this story because it's a nice story telling about how two friends overcame their differences, because yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. was a wonderful man who worked very hard to help people overcome their differences. And we have some great books that I felt were just a little too long for story time, but we have them available and on display at the library. So if you'd like to read more about Martin Luther King Jr., you can come check out some books that we have on him and learn more about everything that he did to help people overcome their differences with each other. Now, why don't we sing a song that's gonna lead us into our next book, okay? So let's hold up 6 fingers because we're gonna sing about 6 little ducks, okay? Here we go. 6 little ducks that I once knew, fast ones, skinny ones, pretty ones too, but the one little duck with the feather on his back, he led the others with a quack, 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 quack. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Down to the river they would go, wibble wobble to and fro, but the one little duck with the feather on his back, he led the others with his quack, 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 quack. He led the others with his quack, quack, quack. Home from the river they would come, wibble wobble, ho, ho, hum, but the one little duck with the feather on his back, he led the others with his quack, 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 quack. He led the others with his quack, quack, quack. 6 little ducks that I once knew, fast ones, skinny ones, pretty ones too, but the one little duck with the feather on his back, he led the others with his quack, 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 quack. He led the others with his quack, quack, quack. Good job, good job. Now, we sang that song because tomorrow is Inauguration Day. Now, Inauguration Day is for our presidents, and so we're going to be reading Duck for President by Doreen Cronin, illustrated by Betsy Lewin. Running a farm is very hard work. At the end of each day, Farmer Brown is covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. He doesn't smell very good either. Who all do we see in this picture? There's some pigs and some chickens. And look, that chicken's holding his nose. Oh, he must not smell good at all. The animals have chores to do too. Pigs clean under the beds. Cows weed the garden. Sheep sweep the barn. The duck take out the trash, mow the lawn, and grind coffee beans. At the end of each day, the pigs are covered in lint bunnies. The cows are covered in weeds. The sheep are covered in dust. And duck is covered in tiny bits of grass and espresso beans. Duck did not like to do chores. He did not like picking tiny bits of grass and espresso beans out of his feathers. Why is Farmer Brown in charge anyway, Duck thought. What we need is an election. He made a sign and hung it up in the barn. Farmer Brown must go. Farm election tomorrow. So we have the cows there, and the sheep is there, and the pig, and the chickens, and the duck. The next morning, Farmer Brown found a poster on his door. Vote duck for a kinder, gentler farm. I think he might be a bit shocked. Farmer Brown was furious. He ran to the barn and found the animals registering to vote. Voter registration. Voters must 1. Live on the farm. 2. Show valid ID. 3. Be at least this tall. The mice got together and protested the height requirement, so Duck crossed it out. There's the little mice. On election day, each of the animals filled out a ballot and placed it in a box. The vote was counted and the results were posted on the barn wall. Farmer Brown, 6. Duck, 20. Farmer Brown demanded a recount. 1 sticky ballot was found stuck to the bottom of a pig. The new tally was Farmer Brown, 6. Duck, 21. The voters had spoken. Duck was officially in charge. Running a farm is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. Running a farm is no fun at all, thought Duck. That night, Duck and his staff started working on Duck's campaign for governor. Vote for me! I'm a duck, not a politician! Look, the chickens are his campaign staff. Duck left Farmer Brown in charge and hit the campaign trail. He visited small-town diners. He marched in parades. Vote for me, a duck, not a politician. Vote duck. He went to town meetings. He gave speeches that only the other ducks could understand. On election day, the voters filled out their ballots in booths all over the state. The votes were counted. The results were posted in the local paper. Miss Governor, 299,999. Duck, 300,000. The governor demanded a recount. 2 sticky ballots were found stuck to the bottom of a plate of pancakes. The new tally was Mrs. Governor, 299,999. Duck, 300,002. The voters had spoken. Duck was officially in charge. Running a state is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in hairspray, ink stains, scotch tape, fingerprints, mayonnaise, and coffee stains. And he had a very bad headache. Running a state is no fun at all, thought Duck. That night, Duck and his staff worked on posters for the presidential election. A duck for a change. I like Duck. Duck, making us proud again. Oh, look at their little hats and their little skirts. Duck left his staff in charge and hit the campaign trail. He kissed babies in local diners. He rode in parades. He gave speeches that only other ducks could understand. He even played the saxophone on late-night television. On election day, the voters filled out their ballots in booths all over the country. The vote was counted. The results were announced on CNN. 50,546,165 for Mr. President. Duck, 50,546,170. Duck defeats president. The president demanded a recount. 10 sticky ballots were found stuck to the bottom of the vice president. The new tally was, Mr. President, 50,546,165. Duck, 50,546,180. Duck still defeats president. The voters had spoken. Duck was officially in charge. Running a country is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in face powder, paper cuts, staples, security badges, Secret Service agents, and coffee stains. And he had a very bad headache. Running a country is no fun at all, thought Duck. Then he checked the help wanted ads. Oh, look, there's a cow on his desk. Duck needed, no experience necessary, must be able to mow the lawn and grind coffee beans. Duck left the vice president in charge and headed back to the farm. At the end of the day, Farmer Brown is now covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. And Duck is working on his autobiography. The end. Now, if you want to learn more about how voting works in the United States, we have this excellent book by Eileen Crisseltoe called Vote that's available for pickup here at the library. Just feel free to stop in and look around and we'll be able to get it for you. So now for one of our next to last songs of the day, we're going to sing Old MacDonald because we learned a lot about, there were several animals on that farm that were voting for Duck, weren't there? There were ducks, there were cows, there were sheep, there were hogs, there were chickens, there were mice. So, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O, with a quack quack here and a quack quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack quack. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O, with a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some chickens, E-I-E-I-O, With a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had some mice, E-I-E-I-O. With a squeak squeak here and a squeak squeak there, here a squeak, there a squeak, everywhere a squeak squeak. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Good job, good job. Well, I hope that you all have the time to come and stop by and pick up some new books to read this week. We've got lots of lovely picture books for you to choose from. That way you can have some story times in your own home, or you can always choose to go back and rewatch some of the story times that we have here on our Facebook and YouTube pages that are available anytime you need just a little break for something different. I hope that you enjoy, but for now, goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. See you next time.